Well, sadly, my subwoofer is not working today. But 2 days in a row was a nice run. So I watched a horrible movie last night.
It's time for D's movie review, yeah!
Well, it wasn't horrible. I didn't think it was horrible until the very end. I thought it was bad. But then the ending just made me angry. I'm not angry, but I don't know, angry at myself? Mad at my own self? Because I should have just gone to bed. But I didn't. And because of my teenage love for Liv Tyler, I continue to watch it. The Wildlings, which is not a good name considering Game of Thrones. It's very confusing. It's a take on a werewolf movie with some psychological twists, but the script was I think they didn't know how to end it, or they ran out of time or ran out of money or something. And Liv Tyler was never a good actress, but she was hot, and she was like lame in this movie. It's because of the script. All right, well, this has been a movie review. I watched another movie a couple days ago that I meant to vlog about called Rideshare, and it's basically about an Uber serial killer. And it was really bad, but like in a way that I kept watching, and I wasn't mad or didn't hate myself for watching it. Like, there was something about it. I don't know if they were trying to do like a Tromo weird B-movie type of thing, or if they were trying to be dead serious. I can't tell. But yeah, it's a bad movie. If you want to watch a bad movie but not hate yourself for it, no promises, watch Rideshare. My movie reviews kind of suck. Big news. I saw on a sign that Burger King has their spicy chicken nugs back. I know there was some upset people about that. Onward to the spicy nuggets. And that's an end to a Monday workday. Liz went and picked up our bees, so she's probably taking care of that right now. It's beautiful outside, and I got to leave work 15 minutes early, so I'm gonna go home and take my dog for a walk. So I was wondering, when you're like driving down a street and you're like, oh weird, they're parked on the left side of the street on this street, and then you go down a different street and you're like, oh, they're parked on the right side of the street. How do people know? Like, has for decades people just known because there always happened to be a car there, so they knew where to park? If everybody took off of that street for the day, there was nobody parked on the streets, how would people know which side to park on? Is there some kind of rule that we're not aware of that engineers have constructed? Because it seems random as fuck to me. It's not like, oh, well, this one is facing north, so obviously you're going to park on the right. Like, no, it's not that way. So if anybody knows the logistics behind what side of the street people park their cars on, I would like to know. The more you know. Well, hi there. Hi. Kitty. There's bees here. The bees are here. They're here. Letting them do their thing. Oh, look at this ridiculous cat. Look at this ridiculous cat. You're ridiculous. Oh. Do you want your can? Mm-hmm. Come on. All right. I got my new glasses in the mail. Hmm? They look similar to something I've had in the past, but just a little bit bigger. Hmm? Oh, Bowser's stopping me. What's the sniffs about? The sniffs. The sniffs. Katie's back there being a creep. I can't zoom. She's back there being a creep. Oh, that's indecent. You're so pretty. You're a good looking bitch. At the beach is on her perch. We're going for a ride. Yep. We're actually going to the vet. Shh. There's ear infections happening here, so we need to get that taken care of. My little girl is sad. Well, shit. That just cost $179. I thought that all the money I made from DoorDash last week would cover this, but that only covered the exam and the test on what kind of bacteria was in her ear, which just so happens to be 2 types of bacteria in each ear. I've really been lacking in my vlogging, mostly because I don't have anything new to say, and some weeks are just boring. Some weeks you just go to work and you don't do anything, and there's nothing to really report on. This is one of those weeks, I guess. So yeah, I went to work, and now I'm home. I'm gonna take Bowser for a walk, and probably get in some sweatpants, figure out dinner, and maybe play some PUBG while watching crime documentaries on YouTube. So another day. Well, my other thingy fell off. As soon as it got warm, I had a feeling that was gonna happen, and it did. So yesterday was very boring. I worked, and then I was exhausted, and then I fell asleep waiting for Liz to come home from work, watching Ancient Aliens. She must have been exhausted too, because when she came home, she didn't even change the channel, and we both fell asleep on the couch watching Ancient Aliens. So yeah, that was my Thursday. It's raining and my sub was working. So my correlation of the rain and the sub not working is obviously a disproven hypothesis. Heading to Lakewood so I can check on the puppies and then start my DoorDash shift that I've signed up for. Saturday! Kind of went with this song. Before I Saturday! Dance?
It's about as good as it gets.
You're not even dancing. You couldn't bob your head at all. You couldn't even do this.
Can't do it. I freeze up. Can't do that to me.
Okay, so we're watching Bunny.
It might just be because, like
We
I
ate
said,
our
and
foods.
like it said, in all fairness,
We've got a little candle going for
have a
ambiance. We
warm
got our
sensation.
drinks.
The head of it
Molly
does
got her
heat up,
famous
but I feel
Flavin'
like
hot.
this
snack. Do you have anything to say? You've been absent.
much closer.
I'm
like,
gonna have the
generally when I
runs
use this little guy,
in about an hour.
I have to go
Where's
in
the
and
hole?
do around my lips and stuff.
I'm fucked.
It's a week.
I looked at the hole and I looked away from the hole.
Facial hair at an alarmingly
Okay,
quick
so
kind
a lot of
rate.
talk about holes and having the runs. It's Indians Day at work. I'm repping the old school.
It's kind of crazy. It's almost
All
like
right.
a wax. It is.
Got home from work and Casio finally sent me my Christmas present. Fucking look at that. Let me get out of the glare. There's glare everywhere, but look at that shit. Can you see that? That is... Goddamn. I don't know how to do this, but that's fucking cool, man. It looks so much cooler in person. These boxes are also way bigger than I thought they were. This fucking rules, man.